Welcome back to my channel, people. Drinking Budweiser and reporting from Denver, Colorado, and reporting on Rocky Mountain Audio Festival. So, I just wrapped up my first day, and I'm not much of a vlog guy. I don't go around carrying the camera and other stuff, whatever. So I've taken some pictures. I will make some videos too that I will post later. But I wanted to talk to you guys about how was my first day, what I saw over there, and most importantly, what were the best headphones and what were the worst headphones that I found over there. Alright, so before we talk about anything else, I just want to give a quick shout out to Denver. It is an amazing city. It is a small town that's not really that small. It has, I like the microculture, I like the vibe that Denver has. And this might be the top five cities I would think about moving when I settle down. Right now, I like to be close to LA and really love the place. Sweet Midwestern people, really nice people, and so yeah, the winter is brutal, and Denver does not have any other metropolitan area besides Denver in the close vicinity. Right now, where I live, I got LA, San Diego, San Francisco in close proximity, and I like that. I like that thing about Vegas. Denver is, you know, it's out in middle of nowhere. So that is what it is, and it's not a big deal because I think you'll be happy in this city. Alright, so the Rmaf is being held in the Marriott Tech Center. I think that is the name of the hotel. And basically, what is happening is that they have booked the whole hotel, most of it, and every floor where there are regular rooms, they have converted those into listening rooms now. So on the lobby level, there is a can jam going on, and that's where all the excuse me, that's where all the headphones are. But the rooms are mostly high-end speakers and stuff, and there are 10, I think maybe 13 level, 13 floors you have to go through, and I haven't went through any of those right now. So mostly I did headphones today, and that was all I did. I didn't do components, nothing else, because I wanted to get through that first. Alright, so the best headphones, including earphones, that I found in RMAF this time. The best headphone, in my opinion, at the show right now is the Abyss Alpha Phi 1266cc. I think that is the name. I'm not entirely sure. But when you go to Abyss's website, their top model right now, that is what I'm talking about. I think it's about $5,000, 4,500 I think, and it is a planar, 66 centimeter, and it sounded phenomenal. I think it was the best sounding headphone on the floor today. And I haven't gone through all the headphones either. You have only so much time and energy. But that headphone really impressed me. And I talked to the CEO of Abyss, and the guy owns the company as well. His name is Joe Subinski, and he's a great guy. And when he told me in detail the process that goes into making that one headphone. It takes about 15 to 16 hours to make one of those. And the process is how he was telling me that he used a coating that was so strong that they had to get a cutter that had diamond in it to cut the coating off because other things would melt off that coating. And I was really impressed with 1266. And I was also impressed with Diana. Diana, I think, might be the smallest headphone that is legit world class top 5 out there. It does everything a top of the line does, like LCD 4Z, whatever your top of the line is, except the Shangri-La and the HE1, you know, Orpheus. But yeah, really impressed with Abyss, Diana, and 1266. Diana sounds just the slightest bit relaxed as compared to the 1266, and 1266 also sounds wider as well. So it doesn't mean that 1266 is actually the better headphone, though in my eyes it is. But when you listen to both, you might actually like the um, Diana more. I really like it too because it is so portable, it is beautifully machined, and I'm talking about the newest one, the CC one, the one that has the driver from the 1266. Alright, so that was that. Mr. Speaker's Ether 2. Great headphone. It has a balance that is, I think, was missing in the whole flow. It was probably the most balanced headphone out there on the floor, and I like it. But then I listened to the Ether C flow, which I thought were before the Ether 2 release was the company's best headphone, excluding Watcher, which is electrostatic, and the Ether 2 is definitely better than Ether C flow. There's no question about it. It's just way more balanced tonality. But I still think that Eon might be the best headphone in this Mr. Speaker's line because I switched right back to the Eon Flow Closed. That's the one I'm talking about. And though Ether 2 is more balanced, but it was softer as well. Eon Flow Closed, it sort of like, I need both of these headphones for a longer period of time to really tell you. But Eon Flow Closed, I think, might be the most accurate in all of the Mr. Speaker's lineup. Ether 2 definitely is a great headphone, worth the money, no doubt about it. Next, Andromeda S. I had Comet, Atlas, Andromeda S. Andromeda S is the best headphone they have. Atlas, now Equinox I did not try, I didn't have time, but Andromeda S is just slightly sweeter, has everything else that regular Andromeda has, but it is just slightly sweeter in mid-range and overall too. So it's easier. Not to say that Andromeda was fatiguing or anything, but it's definitely a improvement upon the regular Andromeda. Another headphone that I think was a dark horse that I think impressed a lot of people too, but it was the newest GMF flagship, and I'm forgetting the name right now. I will attach a link, whatever it is. And I had Icon or Tour, and then that flagship right there, which is I think more than $2,000, something like that. And That sounded very, very natural. It probably was the most natural sounding headphone out there. A bass 1266 sounded most like having good speakers, but GMF sounded definitely more natural, and it was wide. But you can tell that it was wide because the sound was so neutral and natural. The wideness did not feel artificial. And those were the three best headphones, the 1266 GMF flagship Andromeda S, which is an earphone. Which other headphone impressed me that I listened to? Um, Maybe I will listen to more headphones tomorrow. I haven't been to Audio Technica at all. Um, let's talk about the headphones that I've taught. What a disappointment. The biggest disappointment of the show is HD 820, the closed back version of the HD 800S. The HD 800S, the open version is $1699. The closed version is almost $2,500, and it sounds worse than any other headphone I heard all day. There wasn't a worse sounding headphone on the floor. I'm honest, swear to God, honest. And it was so bad. Like, I'm a nice person, I will not tell an exhibitor. But first of all, this is not a boutique company like Mr. Speakers or anything. Sennheiser is a big corporation, so I'm not hurting the employee's feelings because he's not the one making the headphones. And I'm the kind of guy I will often be diplomatic and not really address the issue if I don't have to. But I decided to go out on this one, and I told the guy, I was like, look, I got a very small YouTube channel, and I'm kind of a fake journalist here, but I gotta do my job, which is of a journalist. And I'm going to tell everybody that this headphone sucks. And before I said that, I asked him, have you measured this headphone? They're like, have I measured it? I was like, does your company have measurements of both of these HD800S and HD820? They were side by side. And the guy said, no, I don't have the measurements right now. And I told that guy, I said, look, I'm thinking about being nice and just saying this is okay, whatever, walking out. But the Sennheiser booth was right next to Abyss booth, and I had just heard 1266 and I bounced off to their booth. I heard Abyss 1266, then I bounced off to the Sennheiser's booth. And the first thing I did is I A-B'd it HD800S with HD820. Look, I told the guy, I was like, I'm a fan. I used to own HD600. That was my headphone for years. And I owned it and paid a good price for it. Owned it second hand and used it for at least a year and a half till I left it at some. Uh, I think I sold it. I think I gave it away or sold it. Whatever happened, I don't remember really. But I was not using a lot of headphones. The time it went away from me. I told him, I said, look, buddy, I'm a fan. I owned HD600. I'm very close to owning HD660S. I'm gonna be honest with you. I decided to be nice, but I was deciding to be nice, but I'm gonna be honest with you. This headphone sucks. And he looked at me, he said, why? I was like, look, this HD800S sounds like the way it should sound. HD820 sounds nothing like this headphone. And he was like, well, it's a closed back headphone. And, you know, You gotta go with a different mindset. I told him, I was like, listen, buddy, give this feedback to your bosses. Even for a closed back headphone, this sucks. And said that much thing. I was like, take it as you may. I'm just being honest with you. That is all I'm saying. This headphone sucks for a closed back headphone. I know $100 headphones that sounded better than those things. Maybe they don't have the resolution that HD 820 has. But even the resolution, what are you gonna do when it sounds like a hardware? And I was talking to another manufacturer, a very competent manufacturer, and they said that the glass is the problem here. I think they went for aesthetics. You put speakers in a glass room and you have a listen. That's, that will tell you why the HD 820 sucks. And people are saying this is the best closed headphone available right now, and it sucks because it is a closed headphone. No, bitch. Have a listen to Eon Flow Closed. Another disappointment. Focal. Elegia. Elia sucks to me. You like it, no hard feelings. No offense. Elegia, not a good headphone. And Focal fans are like some of the most aggressive people I see out there. The best headphone in Focal lineup is still the Clear. Haven't listened to Clear Pro, I don't know what that sounds like. Maybe I have, maybe I didn't pay attention. But Focal, Elegia sucks, Focal, Elia sucks. Utopia is okay. Okay. You know, still doesn't sound like what a $400 headphone should sound like. You wanna hear a $4,000 headphone? 1266 from Abyss. That's the one. What else? Odyssey. Heard the 4000Z sounds similar to LCD4. No surprises there. If you like that kind of sound, it is for you. I don't care. You like it, you like it. I approve of it. I don't hate it. The 2C closed. They didn't add anything. Bass is slightly better than the LCD 2C. They made a perfect closed version of LCD 2C, but I wouldn't say that it is the greatest closed headphone at $800 out there. The Eon Flow still lurking out there. Eon Flow closed. The beer is almost done. I'm gonna go out tonight. Go see what Denver downtown has to offer. A sophisticated man like me. What else? 4000G was okay. Had I listened to SR009 Hi-Fi Man. Fair neutral. No feelings about Hi-Fi Man. Ananda, I thought I was gonna hear Ananda, and I haven't listened to Arya, but I think I was gonna love Ananda. It's okay. It's cool. No big deal. Electrostatic, the lighter one, the $1,300-$1,400 one, Jade. It's cool. I'm not going this way, I'm not going that way. It's okay. And Suswara, okay. Shangri-La, Shangri-La Junior, slightly better than Shangri-La, in my opinion. Sundara, good. $500, it is an option, though I would recommend DD 1990. So the real reason why Ananda failed to impress me a huge deer is I have HE4XS, and to me like it didn't do so much that if I already have HE4XS I would like to buy it. So that was it for the today. We are being 20 minutes in this live stream. The bottle is out. And I'm going out too. See ya.